Good morning. I'm here at the Longs Peak Trailhead and it's actually before 4:30 and I'm parking on the street. You know, if you're coming to Longs Peak, unless you're going to show up at like 1 in the morning, you're going to be parking on the street, period. And here's some guy parking behind me illegally because he doesn't want to go farther down the street. Oh, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one up here on the Longs Peak Trail today, let me tell you. With all these people, I can't wait. Yes. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're starting off here officially at the Longs Peak Trailhead, elevation about 9,400 feet. And basically what we're doing today is more or less the keyhole route, pretty much up to the keyhole. It's just that instead of going all the way up to the keyhole, just before it I'm going to cut over to the west or to the right and head up to Storm Peak. And after less than 15 minutes of hiking, I'm up here to the first trail cutoff, which is a half a mile in. And from here on out, I'm probably not going to do much filming until the sun rises, because you've seen this trail in multiple other videos, and I just want to show you the good stuff on Storm Peak. I spent about 30 minutes or so up here filming the sunrise, which was absolutely beautiful. So I'm ready to start hiking now, and I'm pretty much up on the tundra, past the waterfall. And just as I suspected in the Chasm Lake video, they moved the Alpine Tundra sign. Looks like it's a new sign, however, it's the same old post. The amount of people on this trail right now is nauseating. I mean, I literally stood at that tundra sign for like 5 minutes just to try and get, just to do an audio. Because it's just non-stop people coming up, talking all loud. I'm literally thinking about doing Mount Lady just to get away from them. And at 2 hours and 10 minutes, I'm up here to Chasm Junction. I did sit around for about 40 minutes though, and get that sunrise on film. So it only took about an hour and a half of actual hiking time to get up here, where I'm now going to split off to the right and head over to the boulder field. I can't say I've ever done this trail in this direction in the light. I think the only 2 times I've come this way were to do longs, and those were both in the dark. I'm going to keep working my way to the west here around Mount Lady, Washington, and I'll eventually end up here at Granite Pass. And then from Granite Pass, if you just extend it out, that's basically Battle Mountain. I'm thinking about getting that on the way back, if I have the energy and it doesn't look like there's a chance of thunderstorms. Up here on the Granite Pass, and I've come 4.2 miles from the trailhead, and just ahead of me here is going to be Storm Peak. And according to the book, I still have 2.1 miles left. We got some really nice stonework along here, but this is almost necessary, because if this wasn't like this, it'd be real loose, real rolly, and people wouldn't want to walk on it, and they'd be walking in the grass, you know, creating those new trails off the side, which are real ugly. So the fact that this is real nice and smooth, it keeps people on the trail, and it keeps the grass pretty. And what I'm gonna do, come around through that snow, up right here, and then up to the top. Basically like an S. I think that's gonna work out pretty good. It's 9 o'clock on the nose. Time to head on up. I'm hoping this doesn't take more than an hour. Having to navigate some pretty big rocks as I make my way through the boulder field here. I'm getting up there, looking back down on the boulder field and all the people that are down there hanging out. I've already heard a few of them. They've come back from Long saying it's a no-go. It's too sketchy up there. And not one of them is over here climbing Storm Peak. And as you can see, it's pretty steep. However, it's not that long. Top is right there. Looking across at the keyhole, and this thing is steep. Luckily, it's not very long. Been hiking about 20 minutes in. I'm pretty close. Summit's just right up here. The cool thing about this scramble to the summit is that it's on solid rock. I mean, yeah, I got a little bit of snow that I've got to navigate around, but it's so much better climbing and hiking around on these big solid rocks than on that loose crap. You do have limited options up here near the top. However, I'm just staying high and I'm working my way over to the summit.
The arithmetic network was assured that all sources of news will be properly labeled and will bring you frequent summaries of all information available.
Summit of Storm Peak. Yes! And this looks like the best spot up here.
Of all the left, all the left.
There is a registry up here. However, the end of the container is all broken and the paper is exposed and it has gotten wet. So it's basically just kind of like falling apart in my hands. So I just kind of crammed it all back in there, put the end on the best I could, and stuffed it back in the rocks. Been sitting up here at the summit of Storm Peak for about 45 minutes or so. It's about 10:30. However, the wind's starting to pick up and the clouds are starting to form. So it's time to go. It's time to head on back. And in 20 minutes, I'm back down to the base of the summit scramble. And that wasn't bad at all. I found a real nice class 2 way pretty much all the way down. I think I had to brace with my hands maybe 3 or 4 times. One last look at Storm Peak, and that scramble was really fun actually. It's just long enough to where it's like, you know, a challenge, but it's not crazy. It's nothing insane or anything. Yeah, I'm definitely going to split off on the Battle Mountain and then bushwhack my way back down to like Jim's Grove Junction. I'm so tired of hearing people talking all around me. What I'm going to do is head north here across the top of Battle Mountain and then hang a right over there and go down the grassy hill, and I can see where it meets up with the trail. So this should be pretty cool actually. This is so much better than walking on that trail with like 100 other people. I'm back here all by myself, checking out all these really cool rocks. This is awesome. This is the way to do it right here. Battle Mountain Summit. If you can find this trail and pick it up, it's real nice. And this is going to go all the way back down to Jim's Grove Junction. And then from that point on, we'll have about 2.5 miles left back to the trailhead. I'm back on the main trail now, and I just passed Jim's Grove Junction. Already passed the waterfall, and I'm just cruising down this last section of trail. This shouldn't take very long at all. I'm flying down this. Now I'm back down to the trailhead, and now I'm going to walk the street back to my car. I'm curious to see how far these cars go down, because it is only about 2:15 right now. It took me about 3 hours and 45 minutes to come down via the summit of Battle Mountain. Back at the car and done with the hike, and now I can finally scratch Storm Peak and Battle Mountain off the list, because those were the last two little peaks in that area that I needed to do. So I got them done, and there's still lots of people all over the place. We already got tomorrow's crowd hiking up to camp already. They're filling up all the spots. So, you know, normally I say to get to the trailhead early. However, it doesn't matter how early you get to Longs Peak, because like I said, you got these camping people that get here the night before and fill it up. So just plan on parking on this street. You know, if you come with a lot of people, you can drop them off at the top and only one person has to walk up. So it is what it is. It's a 14er, so everybody's gonna be on it. But until the next one, y'all, peace.